Hey everyone, I'm Derek and I've been living in Japan for a while and studying Japanese for a very long time since I was in junior high school. And one of the things that I always found troubling in studying is that I didn't have very many real-world examples to draw from of things that were actually in Japan. It was all kind of contrived conversations. So hoping to solve that a little bit with a series of videos here. And here's the next one of just some stuff I've seen around. It's very casual this, so please bear with me. So this one is from a local ramen shop called Ramen Murata. It's really good. It's in Nakameguro. It serves mostly soy sauce broth ramen and also a shio broth ramen, which is a really light sort of ramen. It's a new discovery and it's very good. My wife and I like it very much. So I'm going to go through two things from this shop. One is the sign outside that tells you what to do with yourself, and the second one is a special scene inside. Let's go through each in turn. I'll read through them and then point out the relevant words and grammar points for you. Okay, first, this is the sign you see outside the restaurant. So just come up to the door, you're about to kind of go in and you see that maybe there's a line inside and you're getting ready to go inside. So here's what you see right in front of you on the door. So this says, 券売機で食券をお求めください. Kenbaiki is a machine that sells tickets. The ken in kenbaiki is for a ticket. Bai is just like hanbaiki. Shokken is a food ticket. So it's any kind of a meal ticket. So if you buy something from a machine to get a meal, which you often do in ramen restaurants, that's a shokken. Motomeru means to request or to seek. Omotome kudasai, what they want you to do is to seek a ticket at the vending machine that sells the tickets. Next sentence. 券売機前に前のお客様がいるときはそのまま扉の外でお待ちください. So let's go through this. 券売機, there it is again, the machine that sells tickets, but this time 券売機前に, so in front of the ticket machine, 前のお客様がいるとき, so 前のお客様 is the customer before you. そのまま is like as you are, just stay there. Tobira is just a word for door. Tobira no soto de omachi kudasai. So this one, all in total, when the previous customer is in front of the vending machine, please wait outside the door. So the next one, 行列ができている場合はそのまま最後尾にお並びください. Let's go through this sentence first before moving on to the next point. 行列 just means a line. できる is usually to be possible, but it can also be to form. So in this case, if a line is formed. Bai, sometimes pronounced bawai, in the case of. So, 行列ができている場合は is just in the case that a line is formed. If there's a line, そのまま, there's そのまま again. So, as you are, 最後尾 at the end of the line. So, 最後 is last, 尾 is a tail. So, 最後尾 is the tail of the line. にお並びください. 並ぶ is to line up. And お並びください is just a polite way of saying please line up. Next part. 食券を買うのは順番が券売機前に来た時で結構です. There's our 食券 again for the meal ticket. 買う is to buy. 順番 is your turn. 券売機前 again in front of the machine. に来た 来る to come. 時で結構です. 結構 in this context just means fine. And so altogether 食券を買うのは so to buy a ticket 順番が券売機前に来た時で when your turn comes in front of the machine 結構です. It's fine. Together this means it's okay to wait to buy your ticket until you reach your turn in front of the machine. Next, the last part of this point. 並ぶ前に買う必要はありません. 並ぶ again to line up 前に before 買う to buy 必要wa arimasen. There's no need. There's no need to buy it before you line up. And now for the final piece of this notice outside. 換気は十分にできておりますので、扉を閉めてくださいますようお願いします. Kanki is ventilation. And you heard this a lot during Corona, and it's one of the reasons I suspect they put it on this door here. 十分 is sufficient, enough. できております. Again, here's できる. As we covered, dekiru is usually a word meaning to be able to do, but in this case, it just means that it's already set up. Kind of like before when we had the line, it meant that the line was formed. In this case, we already have formed the kanki or the ventilation. So we have plenty of ventilation. Tobira again for door. Shimete kudasaimasu yo. Shimeru is to close. Kudasaimasu is please do this thing. Onegaishimasu is just another word for please. So they're really laying on the please in this sentence here. So altogether it means it's already fully ventilated, so please close the door. So to cover this entire sheet in full, the first part says, please look for a ticket at the vending machine. The second part says, if there is a customer at the machine in front of you, please wait just outside the door. And the next one is, when there is a line formed, please line up at the end. You can wait to buy your ticket when your turn comes to be in front of the machine. There's no need to buy before you line up. And lastly, we're already fully ventilated, so please close the door. Okay, now we've gone inside and we're thinking about using the machine to buy our ramen, but by the side of it, we actually see another notice that catches our attention. And this is for a daily special. What does it say? 本日だけの限定メニュー. So 本日 is just another word for 今日, another word for today. だけ, only, no. 限定, limited. A lot of times you'll see this in Japan. 限定 things are very popular. 期間限定 or 季節限定. So either limited time or limited season. Everything is limited time or limited season here. Menu is menu. So today's special limited menu. Kombu sui. So kombu is kelp. It's the sort of thing you often make dashi out of. And sui just means water. So it's basically broth made from kombu. Hoso tsukemen, thin tsukemen. And tsukemen are the kind of noodles you have with soup on the side, as you can see in the picture here. It comes in 3 sizes: nami, dai, and mini. The mini should be obvious. Dai you may know already as large. Nami is just the normal size. On the side here, it also says, ボタンがないので現金にて対応します. Botan, just a button. ボタンがないので there's no button, so 現金にて対応します. Genkin is cash. Nite is the same thing as saying de. Taiō shimasu is to respond to interact with the customer, to deal with the request. Because there is no button, we will deal with this in cash. The next sentence, 店員に直接申し付けください. Tein is the staff, like someone who works in a shop. 直接, directly, and 申し付ける is to speak to call out to. 店員に直接申し付けください means simply talk directly to the staff. Okay, and now our reward, a delicious bowl of ramen. This particular one is the shoyu one. That's my favorite. My wife always gets the shio. Your preference is your own. Tell us which one you like if you end up going to this place. Hopefully this video tells you a little bit about how to best parse the signs that you might see in a typical ramen restaurant. Cheers, thank you.